Give me the keys to the car. You're stopping because you're driving recklessly.
I'm driving recklessly, brother.
Hand me the keys.
You're not giving my keys.
Oh God, we got a cop whose ego is bruised and a man whose mouth will not shut. It's a recipe for disaster, I'm telling you.
Nah, man, you're doing too much. Listen, bro.
You're not in charge.
Leave me alone, bro. I don't want to deal with you, brother.
You are not in charge. You are not in charge.
People have voiced that they wonder why I cover videos like this because they seem so out of the ordinary, so mundane. But that's the reason I cover them, because a road pirate, a badged, armed road pirate pulling you over should never seem mundane. It should seem as far from mundane as a bomb dropping in your neighborhood, like bombs are dropping in Gaza right here. We should not tolerate road pirates or anybody pulling us over to detain us and waste our time and harass us, and by the implication of the threat of force that they come with, threaten our lives. And another reason I cover videos like this is because of comments like this right here. I've been stopped plenty of times, and every time it was my fault. Maybe 2 out of 10 times I got a ticket. Why? Respect. I respected the authority, and the authority didn't give me a ticket because I respected him. I pet his ego. I made sure that I walked lightly, like I'm walking on eggshells, making sure that the ego doesn't get damaged and bruised, putting me in further peril. It was your fault every single time that you were pulled over. That's like the rape victim saying, well, he did it to me because of the way I dress. He did it to me. It must have been my fault. There must have been something in me. And that's what abusers do. They blame the victims after they've victimized the victims through no fault of their own. So this is a mentality. It's a pervasive epidemic mentality that we have not only in America, but also around the world, that, hey, when the authorities stop you, you must have done something wrong. And this is the fruit of the indoctrination program, the $15,000 or 15,000 hour indoctrination program, where they told you, you know what? If you want to be a good little boy or a good little girl, you do what the authorities tell you to do. Only bad little boys and bad little girls refuse to do what the authorities tell you to do. So while what this guy does is not advisable, it's probably not in accordance with walking in sound wisdom, and it puts your life in mortal peril. Believe me, it really does. It's not advisable to act like this guy in this white car is about to act to these cops. But why wouldn't you if you're irritated about some frickin' road pirate, some revenue generating sapsucker from the state harassing you and getting in the way of your day, your progress, with no regard for your feelings or what's going on in your life? Let's watch this.
Turn the car off.
Hey, why you stopping me, man?
Turn the car off.
I want to know the reason why I'm getting stopped, brother.
You're stopping because you're driving recklessly.
I'm driving recklessly,
okay,
brother.
Turn the car off. I'm going to tell you one more time.
I'm saying what?
I observed you driving recklessly. Turn the car off. Hand me the keys.
What keys?
Nah,
that's my property, brother. You're not giving my keys.
Like he's a governmental daddy. Junior, hand me the keys. I told you what to do. You need to obey my commands or you're going to be grounded. You're going to be in trouble.
Okay, do you have a Florida medical marijuana card?
I don't got no weed in here, brother. What you talking about?
Do you have a Florida medical marijuana card?
I don't have weed.
That's not the question I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you
I
have a
don't
Florida
have
medical.
weed.
Okay, do you have any hemp products in the car?
It ain't no drug. You can search the car. Here.
Okay.
Search
Stay in the car.
Nah, man, you're doing too much. Search
Stay
it.
in the car.
Listen, bro.
You're not in charge.
Hey, listen, brother. I'm telling you, I got my seatbelt. I don't got no dope. I'm gonna give you my license. You do what you do and leave me alone, bro. I don't want to deal with you, brother.
What was the cop implying when he said you're not in charge? The implication is, oh, the cop is in charge. This is my traffic stop. I'm in control here, not you, you little peasant, you little peon. And don't think for a second that this guy hasn't already been profiled. Hispanic, he's got tattoos. The cop has already profiled him, says he smells marijuana.
Are you done?
Yes. I don't got no weed.
Give
You
me
got
the
your
keys
camera
to the
on?
car.
No,
Yeah, it's on.
No, you're not getting my keys, bro. Can you move?
No. You are not in charge. I will dictate when you get out of the car. You are going to listen to me. You are not in charge.
All right. Listen, I'm not talking to you. I'm going to call my lawyer.
Okay.
He should have stopped right there. He should have never started. One of the things that you don't want to do is cop an attitude with cops. Now, are you free to cop an attitude with cops? Of course you're free to, but you know how that goes. You know how fragile their egos are. You know that they got to one up you. You know they got to enforce their control on you. So when you start, even when you start asking them questions nicely, they don't like that. You don't question the authorities, man. Like I said, I'm in control. I'm in charge. I'm the king of this traffic stop. And you're a peasant. You're a subject. You need to listen to me.
Put your right hand on top of your head and your left hand on your chest.
Well, I'm going to jail for
easy. I didn't say you're going to jail. You're being detained. Do we
Well,
understand
I'm
each other?
being detained for
Put
it.
your right hand on top of your head and your left hand on your chest before you go to
Sir.
jail for obstruction.
Which one? Here.
Your right hand on top of your head and your left hand on your
All right.
chest.
All right, here.
Your left hand on your chest.
Never, ever heard any cop. Have you ever heard a cop give a person that they pulled over a command to put your right hand or whatever hand on your head and the other hand on your chest? Never heard this. Talk about being drunk on your own power and abusing your authority and your position.
Okay, you're going to stay like that until I give you further instructions. Do we understand each other?
I'm saying, boss.
Do we understand each other?
understand.
You are not in charge. You are not free to
I
leave. You are
understand.
detained right now. Your car smells like marijuana and you are driving recklessly. That is why you're being detained.
Listen, sir. I was turning the light. The lady was taking her sweet
And then
time,
you
so
made
I
a big
moved.
turn and then you cut someone else off. There was 2 officers in our police car. We both saw you do it.
Okay, I
That
did
is
do
reckless
that.
driving. That is 2 or more moving violations at the same time. Keep your right hand on the back of your head and your left hand on your chest.
But
We are done. You're going to listen to me. You are detained. You are not in charge. Put that right hand back on top of your head.
But what?
So the cop made it very clear here. There is no victim. There is no crime. But this cop is still going to use state power as a revenue generator operating under corporate traffic policy to enforce and exact tyranny on somebody who didn't harm anybody, threaten to harm anybody, or steal their stuff.
I'm being detained.
Because you're uncooperative, okay? And I'm allowed to have anyone step out of the vehicle. And your car smells like
I don't
cannabis.
have no.
Reminds me of James Freeman. Oh, being uncooperative, huh? Well, all right. Well, we have remedies for that. Sir, why are you putting your gloves on? I don't know. I just follow orders. When somebody's being uncooperative, I automatically put my gloves on.
Okay, that's fine. Put your right hand on top of your head. I'm going to search your car.
Please?
That's absolutely fine. They'll be on the
Call
way.
them right now.
They'll be on the
I
way.
want to talk to
Okay.
you. I want to call the supervisor.
No problem. All right.
I ain't
When I
doing
ask you to step out,
Sir.
and not until I ask you to step out.
Sir, I want to talk to your supervisor. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, that's fine. When I ask you to step
don't wanna
out, and
talk
not
to you.
until I ask you to step out, you're going to get out and face that way.
Sir, I'm not talking to you, man.
Okay.
Call
Keep
your
that right hand on the back of your head.
Sir. Hey, listen, I ain't.
Get out of the car and get on the ground.
Do what he says.
Get out of the car and get on the ground.
Do what he says.
Get out of the car and get on the ground.
Well, why?
Get on the fucking ground.
I'm saying, sir, like, what you doing, man?
Put your
I
hands
ain't
together
did
like you're praying.
nothing, bro.
Interlock your
Why get on the ground? Do what he says. Hey, be an order follower. Do what we say, just like we're order followers and we do what we're told, regardless of what is right. We don't do what is right, regardless of what we're told. We know you didn't victimize anybody. We know that there's no harm done to anybody, but we're still going to victimize you. And then we're going to blame you for being the victim.
fingers like you're praying.
But I'm not
Get
doing
70 with the air.
nothing.
Interlock your hands like you're praying.
You're about to end up on the ground.
Okay.
We understand each other?
Sir, I don't have nothing, bro. Like,
Okay, now you're under arrest for obstruction.
I'm under arrest.
Because I just grabbed you and you pulled away
Sir,
from
I
me.
ain't pulled away, man.
Stand up. Put your feet up. Put your feet
Wow.
Man,
up. Put your feet apart.
I'm,
Get up. Get up.
I don't have nothing. Sir,
Step forward.
the reason why I snatched, bro, like, I ain't know what you was finna do, man.
Okay, well, you're under arrest now, so I hope it was worth it.
Sir, I don't, for what?
You're under arrest for reckless driving and resisting without,
Sir,
so I
but-
hope it was worth it.
Sir,
Stop fucking tensing up. You're still pulling away.
I'm not-
You're done. You're under arrest. You're done.
I'm not
Relax.
pulling, though.
Relax.
Ma'am, I'm not
No, but you've
pulling.
been combative the whole time since you got.
Ma'am, I
since
don't
we
have
stopped you.
nothing.
You've been combative the whole time
I'm
since we stopped
not.
you.
All I
Just
said-
stop talking, okay?
Ma'am, all I
You
said-
just-
Think of the insanity of this situation. Let's say just a regular non-costumed carjacker came up beside your car, told you to get out, threatened you with the implied threat of force because you see that he's armed. He just shows his weapon and he says, you're not being cooperative. You're being combative. I'm going to throw you on the ground if you keep resisting. And how do you not tense up when somebody's got your arms unnaturally behind your back and they're trying to put these silver bracelets on you?
15 for
Stop
signal
talking.
12 and resisting.
Ma'am, listen, how I'm resisting arrest?
You're still doing it. You're still tensing.
I'm not.
So lean on the car.
Sir.
Like, I'm holding onto your muscles and you're tensing and bracing and
not.
pulling away.
What
So
happened?
stop.
Natural
It's
res-
done. You're going to jail. It's
But
over.
for what?
Natural response. And then they take that natural response as, oh, you're resisting arrest. When they say you're resisting arrest, they're actually saying you're resisting the people who are out here trying to initiate justice on the streets of America, when nothing could be more unjust than this.
But for what, man?
For reckless driving and resisting without violence.
Reckless driving, sir, I told you what happened.
Can you stop tensing up?
I'm not tensing.
I'm really tired of it.
Ma'am, I'm not tensing up, man. Like, this guy...
Search him or no?
Relax. I need to get to the other
But
side of the website.
ma'am, can I talk to a supervisor or something?
Yeah, you'll see him at the station because you're under arrest.
But for what, man?
I told you.
But can I call somebody to get my car, man?
Stop.
Hold on.
Fucking
I'm not doing
stop
nothing.
You're still tensing up. You're done.
Ma'am, oh my God, I'm not doing nothing, bro.
Gloves. There you go. There's the Freeman gloves. They got the Freeman gloves on.
Yeah, it's over. Okay.
But for what?
Reckless driving for the last time.
Such a joke.
And resisting without.
Sir, I told, man, I wasn't even, when I turned, I wasn't even doing 100, brother.
It has nothing to do with that.
Like, I turned.
It has nothing to do with that. Searched? Completely searched? I need to get
But listen,
more front pocket.
oh my God, I'm telling you, I understand I did it, bro. But can I get a ticket warrant, bro?
Nope.
That went out the
Absolutely
window
not.
once you started being uncooperative.
I'm not, sir.
Done.
I was not.
My discretion went out the window once you started
Just
being
feeling them all up, man. Who takes a profession like this? I mean, how base do you have to be? What's the lowest common denominator of humanity? I would think that it's probably taking the profession in something called law enforcement, where you know that you're going to be in a position of power where you're going to be able to put your hands on somebody else and they're not going to be able to resist. And if they do resist, you can unleash the power and resources of the state against that person while you have backup with other psychopaths who also want to put their hands on somebody else.
We're done here. Once you pulled away, you put your hand on my hand and pulled away. So you're lucky I'm not charging you with battery and a law enforcement.
Wow.
Bro, I got baby oil on me, man.
You're lucky. We're doing you a favor.
No, that's not the way it works. When you take your hand and push my hand away and then I grab you again and you then pull away again.
Because I got my, I work on both, man. Hand was certain,
Well, we'll use this as a learning lesson because you're under arrest.
Is this
Okay?
pocket empty? Yep.
Done.
And the
Okay.
keys.
Is there anything I'm going to find in the car?
Nothing.
Okay.
But listen,
Do you have any warrants?
You got an open container. Oops, sorry. Yeah.
So this was probably completely preventable and you would have gotten the ticket.
Say, bro, listen, like
You did the most tonight,
sir,
and now
I'm
you're going to
sorry.
jail for it.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, man, you're a telephone tough guy from the second we called you over. So
The reason you're going to jail is because you tried to play the tough guy. You tried to pretend like you were in control when we're in control the entire time. That's why you're going to jail. It's your fault, not ours. You made us do it.
we're going to jail. We'll deal with that later, okay? Come back here.
But listen, hold up, man.
Nope, stop walking.
Ma'am, hold up, man. Can I? Well, hold up. Can I start walking? What am I? God damn. Can I call somebody to get my car?
If you pull your arm away from me one more time, I'm putting you on the ground and you'll stay there until we're done.
Bro, I'm just trying to get.
You're constantly tensing your muscles. You're still doing it.
Dude,
Take a seat.
I'm trying to tell you, can I call somebody to get my car? That's
No,
what
it's
I'm
being
saying.
towed.
Sit down.
But for
It's in a roadway and you're under arrest.
I'm
Sit
saying,
down.
boss, please.
Sit down in the car.
Oh my God, man.
Feet up.
Did we find an ID for him yet?
It looks like there's a wallet pack over there on the ground. If you go around to the rear cul-de-sac. I got tow already requested to me.
Awesome. Oh, well, this also makes sense.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yep. So we got an open container of Budweiser.
Still no victim, still no crime, and still no good officers arriving on the scene going, hey, hold on. Why do we have him in the back of the cop car? Oh, he was resisting. Resisting what? Like, what did he do? Well, he was swerving in and out of traffic. Did he really? Or are you lying about that? Because I know you and I lie on reports all the time. So I'm waking up as a police officer. I see what's going on here. So whose constitutional rights did this guy infringe upon? Because it looks to me like the only infringers on constitutional rights is us. We need to release this guy. No good cops are going to arrive on the scene and say this. Is the guy drunk? Does drinking a part of a beer make you drunk? We need to eradicate all these ridiculous laws that cause us to be less free. I'd rather have dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery.
Which is cold to the touch and still has some remnants in the bottom.
So what?
So that's captured on body camera. Car smells like weed, so we might be finding some drugs.
So what? We might be finding plant matter that our politicians said was illegal, and we're going to enforce those laws.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
I'm sorry, bro.
All right.
You want me to get a bag? Will you get a bag in the trunk?
Yeah, I'll get one. Just run him. Yeah, give me a second, man. I went to pull him out of the car. He pushed my hand away. Then I grabbed him, pulled my taser out, and grabbed him again. And he started pulling away again. So we just slammed him into the car. We stopped him. He stops in the middle of the road. Yeah. And I was like, "What are you stopping for?" I told him to pull over here. Car smells like weed. I'm talking to him. He's not listening. He wants to argue the whole time. And then I go to get him out, and I grab his arm, and he immediately pushes my hand away from me. So I pull my taser out, grab him again. He's pulling away again. So then we just slammed him into the car.
What is it? A misdemeanor or something?
It's 2 misdemeanors, 3 misdemeanors. Sorry.
What?
Reckless driving, resisting, and open container in a motor vehicle. The beer, the Budweiser that was in your driver's side door, and the brown paper bag that was still cold to the touch and had beer in the bottom of it. All could have been prevented, man. You might have left here with like 1 or 2 tickets.
It's all of you.
Well, it's not all up to me when you pull away from me. When you pull away from me, I
Man, like I got a dislocated shoulder, man.
So you would think that you wouldn't want to fight, because I could have been a lot more rough than I was. I decided not to tase you.
Like if you touch my shoulder, bro, it hurts.
I didn't.
See, I'm doing you a favor. I could have slapped more charges on you. I could have pulled out my taser and tased you. This is your lucky day. I'm the good guy here, buddy. I'm the badged law enforcement good guy, and you just don't realize it yet.
Your shoulder, I touched your wrist, and you pulled away from me and yanked your arm away, which would be you hurting your shoulder. And then on top of that, I could have tased you, I could have punched you in the face. I did none of that. I just decided to put you into the vehicle and detain you with the least amount of force necessary, because I could have used more force than that because you were actively resisting.
Wow.
You probably see me on the road. You was like, I'm gonna get him in that.
I've never seen you. I had no.
I could have tased you. I could have punched you in the face. I could have thrown you down on the ground and made you eat gravel. I could have curb stomped you, but I didn't do that because you just happened to meet the right cop. I'm the nice guy.
Clue what your name was until I found your driver's license. I had no clue about who you were before I stopped you. So if we're gonna go back to you being that way and.
Listen, so like we were just saying, when we went to stop you, you stopped the car in the middle of the road, you tried to jump out of the vehicle.
I ain't trying to jump out, bro. I'm running.
You tried to get out of the car, okay? No, there's no more listening at this point. You dictated the course. Your actions dictated the result. Your actions dictated the result.
It's what every abuser says. It really does. Look it up. They do the victim blaming game. It was your fault. You made me do this. If it wasn't for the actions that you made me do, we wouldn't be in this situation. You wouldn't be bleeding on the floor right now.
Still, like, you could have been like, okay, listen.
No. When you don't show courtesy and respect from the beginning, when we try to talk to you nicely, why should we give that respect back?
You don't understand what I'm
So they can walk up to your car, not only not show courtesy and respect, but actually put your life in jeopardy, and with the implied threat of force, cause you to give your ID, which makes you insecure in your person's house, papers, and effects, and then search the vehicle. But you're supposed to offer them respect and courtesy when they didn't even come close to earning respect and courtesy.
going through.
That doesn't mean anything. You don't understand what I'm going through. Okay, everybody goes through shit. Everybody in this car. You have no idea. You have no idea. That doesn't give you an excuse. Doesn't give you an excuse.
I'm just trying to make it. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't not here robbing nobody. I'm going to work every day safely. Like, yeah, I play my music loud, but I don't mean, like, whatever the rap say, that's what they do, man. Like, I work every day, bro. And I had to go to work tomorrow. So thank you, officer. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
God bless you. That's all.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said you hope I get in an
God bless you
accident.
and your family, brother, man.
Okay.
Have a good night when you get home. I hope everything's all right when you get home, too.
I don't know what that means, but
There's nothing to God, bro.
yes, there is.
I hope your brakes work, too, brother.
All right. Well, I can give you a little bit of advice. I'd stop making vague threats before you pick up a charge called threats to a specified individual. So
I ain't threatening nobody.
Oh,
I
well.
ain't say you. I'm just saying have a
you said I hope your brakes work and I hope your family's good when you get home. So you're really teeter-tottering, man. So if you want to, stop, that's what I'd advise you of, because everything's being recorded on 2 body-worn cameras and has been this whole time.
I'm just saying God bless you and I hope everything
Okay.
will be all right.
God bless you too. Okay. Thank you. We were nothing but courteous to you until you became uncourteous, and then we became uncourteous.
Fuck,
So-
man, you came at me with an attitude, man. Like you been had something with me, man. So I want to make a complaint too, because you had me over here overheating, brother.
Okay. Well,
I hope
definitely.
you got that too on record.
You're definitely not overheating because the AC's on.
I'm about to catch a heart attack. I'm sweating bullets right now, brother.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think I'm about to catch a heart attack. So can you take me to the hospital, please?
You got
This guy should have shut the front door from the get-go. He cannot stop running his mouth.
Please.
it. Yeah, we're going.
Help! Damn, I can't breathe, man. Help. I need help. Hey, sir. I can't breathe, man.
Yeah, we're
Man,
going to the hospital.
I can't breathe. Can you cut the lights on? Hey. Damn. I got asthma, man. I
India
can't
70
breathe.
shows rerouting to the hospital.
Now, I need some pressure.
so this guy starts a little acting job where he's acting like he's passing out.
You really?
Come on, stop.
Really? Pick him up.
so did.
Okay, well then stop doing this. If you want to go to the hospital, walk. Come on, man. Okay, then stand up and walk.
I'm not letting you.
Stand up and walk. I'm not letting you go. You were completely fine saying threats to myself and my family, and then you want to say that you have no AC, which is false.
So you got reckless driving, resisting without violence, and possession of an open container. I don't know what this guy's problem is. I know one thing that he shouldn't have done. He shouldn't have opened his mouth and started talking smack to the cops. Now, again, you have the perfect right to do that. You have the freedom of speech to do it, but is it wise to do it? Knowing how cops are, knowing what cops do, knowing how cops think about you, how they think about the general public, and what we've seen them say about the general public when they don't think their body camera's on. Leave your thoughts about this. We got to get away from this right here. I've been stopped plenty of times, and every time was my fault. We've got to get away from that victim mentality. It's like, hey, they're only messing with me because it was my fault. The only reason they pulled me over is because it was my fault. I didn't follow the rules. I wasn't a good little boy. I deserved to get pulled over. Got to get out of that. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The only way this channel grows is if you like this video, if you share this video, if you get something out of it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and I will see you in the next video.